Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T. We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Get up! 180! Check. No. I'm trying to collect. Alert. Check. Pilot, 64, weak. Yes.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On second down, Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Watch it. Alert. Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
59 mark, 80 weapons. 59. Gotta do better. Hey, ball. Hey.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this is incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited on that play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 30 base. Greystone travel. Shoot.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Shift. Check. Crunch. Hey. Check.
2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
59 mark. Check. 59.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38. They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. Now Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Check, 59. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now it's Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Army. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Mike, check. 59. Alert. Twist. Under 10. 10. Recon, 132 fighter.
Trubisky to throw again. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Pollard, 64, 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Check Mike, check Mike. Hey, check. 57, Mike. Smooth. What's the run? Hey, they're running it. 2.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Mike 54. Mike
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. The short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Watch safety creeping. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A huge play there on the screen pass. 48 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
On 1st down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. The 20! Touchdown, Chicago! Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half.
Bears 29, Cowboys nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, it's Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Back. Check the backer.
On second down now, it's Elliott. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 33.
Now, the good thing for you, partner, is you're not as old as I am, okay?
True.
So back when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, the right side of an offensive line was almost always your power side. Your bigger, stronger, physical guys. But on this play, they tossed it right and looked like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but that's not the case so much anymore, you're saying, with the bigger guys? And
Not necessarily.
You find the best guys, plug them in on your O-line.
Right. As a general rule now, you're a lot more balanced on your offensive line. It might still lean towards your best pass blocker on the left side.
Sure.
But not necessarily all the time.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Yo, sit down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Greystone, Travis.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And after all that, he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Man, that's trash.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they got the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
He can run for it, and he will. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 11. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 2-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
It's a party now.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Set. 18 Gator. Hey, I'm coming.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
It's 4th down.
Here we go. 18 Gator. Watch the pass. Here we go. Hit it.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And the Cowboys have recovered.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Back now in Arlington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys.
And goal.
And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And it's taken in at the 9. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. All you get is a headache. Topper. Watch out.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.